Hey guys, it's Miss DeCluche, and I hope you all had a lovely weekend. We have definitely had some great weather this weekend, and I hope you guys had some time to enjoy it. This week we are in week 10. We'll be continuing our reading of the Odyssey and tracking with Odysseus along his journey back home to Ithaca. A quick backstory, Odysseus' journey is a 30-year-long journey. So he spends 10 years fighting the Trojan War and an additional 20 years trying to get back home to Ithaca. Now 20 years seems like a really long time, but remember from our stories, he spends a year with Circe and then 7 years with Calypso. So that's almost 10 years right there. So it's a really long journey back home, and in part 2 he finally makes it back home. So we will be continuing with that. But first we're going to start by reading a fall passage. Now this passage is from Anne of Green Gables. If you've not already read Anne of Green Gables, I highly suggest it, or I suggest you watch the Netflix original Anne with an E. They're both amazing. In this passage, Anne notes that she is so glad she lives in a world where there are Octobers. Now, as we are in this season of fall, you will undoubtedly see signs that say, "I'm so glad I live in a world where there are Octobers," in any Michaels, Home Goods, TJ Maxx, or any store of that sort. This is a very popular quote, especially around this time of year. So go ahead and read that, and then you'll participate in a discussion. After that, you'll look at a PowerPoint and notes about archetypes in literature. Archetypes are just themes repeated in pop culture. So if you're familiar with the movie The Breakfast Club, the students at the end of The Breakfast Club sign a letter to a teacher after they serve their day of detention. They sign this letter from the jock, the prep, the nerd, and these are archetypes in literature or in pop culture. After you do that, you'll finish reading part 1 of the Odyssey and start reading part 2. As you're reading, keep up with your comprehension questions. So you'll finish the part 1 comprehension questions, submit those, and then you will start the part 2 comprehension questions as well. Then you're going to take a quiz on part 1, and I've attached a link to that quiz in the learning path. And then you're going to complete an assignment about Odysseus and whether or not he's truly a hero. He's one of those people that he is a hero, but then at times he's not thinking and functioning for the benefit of his crew. He's thinking and functioning for the benefit of himself. He's very prideful, and he doesn't want to be made a fool at any point. Think about the Cyclops story and how he acts there. So you'll talk about whether Odysseus is a hero or he isn't a hero, and I've attached instructions on that assignment in the learning path as well. And then you'll start mapping out Odysseus's hero's journey. So remember, the hero's journey is a 12-step process, and we looked at a wheel that illustrates that for us. So this week you'll begin tracking that, and then next week, week 11, you'll finish tracking that as you finish part 2 of the Odyssey. I hope you all enjoy your week. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me through It's Learning, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.